So I'm here to talk about Kingfisher. Uh, I think all of you would agree, one of the iconic brands of our country. Um, and I think I feel very fortunate and proud to be working on this brand. Uh, I have 15 minutes, so I'm going to present a quick summary where I'll talk to you a little bit about how this brand became the icon it is, because always good to step back and see what got us here, and then how do we ensure that it remains iconic? How do we ensure it remains relevant? Clickers over here, right? Okay. So I think everybody knows this is the brand which is the king of good times. It's been good times in terms of the experiences you've had with it, in terms of its advertising, in terms of all the associations the brand has always had. And the way this brand has done it is by truly connecting with passions of consumers. I've been an FMCG marketer all my life, and I think a lot of times we do lip service to connecting to consumers' passion points, but this is a brand which has lived it day in and day out. The way this has been done is by truly immersing in popular culture, and I would dare to say very often defining popular culture, shaping popular culture. And over the decades, this brand has had some of the most iconic associations. So just to give you a snapshot over the decades, the associations this brand has had. Our target group is mainly male, young, and the brand clearly knows what is it that works for them. So there have been association in all kinds of sports, music, fashion, so on and so forth. And there are 2-3 things that this brand has done over the years. One is consistency. Second is being larger than life. So you can, sponsor all the events you want, but Kingfisher does it larger than life. It ensures that it owns it. So, take IPL, for example. It was the first brand to get onto the IPL bandwagon and is one of the brands which has stayed the course. And, very often people come to me and say, Kingfisher owns the RCB team. No, that's not true. We don't own the RCB team, but our association has been so integral that, that kind of association we have formed. And as a result of this journey and staying the course and constantly evolving as consumers evolve, has resulted in this brand owning some amazing brand assets, having fantastic memory structures. Again, as a marketer, I a lot of times drool when I see fantastic brand assets because that's really difficult to create. But this brand has been unbelievable. So the iconic logo, the Kingfisher bird, and the logo, I think, I don't need to put the brand name there. If you have a Kingfisher bird, you know what you're talking about. King of good times, the tagline has been consistent over the years, and this is a temptation as marketeers we always have. We think we're very smart and we need to reinvent the wheel. We've stayed the course on that. The green bottle, a lot of people in this room will recognize the green bottle. It's not most of our business, but most of the people here would recognize that. And then last, not the least, is iconic advertising over the years. And in particular, the jingle, Ooh La 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 Leo, that is sustained over the years. And I'm going to show you a short show reel of some of the historic advertising. I hope some of you have seen that. And this is advertising as well as some of the experiences that the brand has brought to life. So let me show that to you.
Oh, me and my friends, the king of good time. We're gonna have a good time. Get together. La 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 leo, la 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 la, la 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 leo.
Ooh la 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 la.
Ooh la 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 la. Wait, that's not right.
Ooh la 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 leo, ooh la 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 leo. Ooh la 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 ooh leo, ooh la 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 leo.
That's got a nice ring to it.
Ooh la 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 ooh leo, ooh la 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 leo. Ooh la 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 ooh leo, ooh la 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 leo. Ooh la 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 ooh leo, ooh la 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 leo.
Sunburn, the biggest party ever, with Kingfisher, the king of good times.
So in the company, we actually call Ooh La 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 Leo the clarion call for good times. So this is what has brought us here. This is what has made it iconic. But the challenge for us is how do we make sure that we contemporize, we evolve with the times, and stay in tune with culture. So, the first platform that I'm going to talk about, which is our latest evolution, that's what I'm going to show to you guys, is music. So music has always been a big platform. It's an integral part of how we connect with consumers around their passion points. And, the music scene in India is very dynamic. When I was growing up, music meant Bollywood or its equivalent in different regions of the country. But, thanks to all the streaming options available because of social media, you have fantastic new artists come up, right? They're across genres, across regions, etc., etc. So there's a lot of talent out there, and we decided to leverage that. So what we did this year was we identified 5 trending artists, and we signed them on, okay? Even honestly, I did not know some of these artists, but I'm fortunate to have smart team members who know what are the trending artists. I have agencies who get it. So it's, about listening and, internalizing and then moving on with that. So we signed on five of these trending artists, and our brief to them was very simple. Do your rendition of Ooh La 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 Leo. That's it. That was our simple brief to them. Honestly, we were a little nervous because in a way we were giving power to these guys. We were not sure whether they would be excited because sometimes independent artists don't like to take brand assets and build on them. But it was really heartwarming to see. They were super excited because they'd all grown up on Ooh La La La, and they could see the potential of it. So we signed on 5 of them. I'll show you the 5. I hope some of you recognize them and give you a sample of what is the kind of stuff that they turned around. So the one that played was a Tamilian artist called Pal Dabba, and that was his rendition. They released these songs. They appeared on Spotify, on social media, etc. But I think, fortunately for us, our gamble paid off. These started trending. And the first proof we saw that this is working is that everyday people on social media started using this music in their reels. So somebody is, on a bus trip to Goa or whatever, they've kind of made a show reel of that, they've imposed this. There are people dancing on this and so on. So I think the latest count would be almost 3 lakh show reels came up. These were independently created, nothing to do with us. And I'll give you a sample of a few of them. And there are hundreds of thousands. If you guys search for it, you will find it. but really cool stuff. I was like blown away by this. And then these songs started even going viral. So these are some of the snapshots of what we saw. So Pal Dabba's song on I think Rap 91 Tamil, it was the #1 song. It was trending as the #1 song. That's Vishal Dadlani commented on this guy's song saying gold. And it's a really catchy song. Then Rolling Stones covered the one we did with Bharg and Lotika and called it a pop banger and a reinvention of a classic jingle. And on the right you have on Spotify this guy's song trending on top. So it genuinely, I mean, we had millions and millions of views on this. So that's what we did with music, incorporating Ooh La 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 into songs which are more with the times and giving them freedom on that. But then we took it a step further. So our second platform that we are big on is in sports, and obviously nothing is bigger than IPL. So we went big on IPL as we always do. We took 7 teams, but what we did differently was that we took some of the leading players of these teams and got them to groove on these new songs that we had created along with the artists. So had a lot of fun. They had good times over there. And let me show you one of the ads, the RCB ad I'll show you. And basically we kind of merged cricket and music and brought these two exciting platforms together. So let me show you this ad. I hope you guys have seen it on IPL, but in any case.
What time is it?
It's time for a good time.
Hit wicket.
It's just a hit.
Kingfisher, the king of good times.
So this ad, there's an independent agency which does tracking. This was the top recalled ad of IPL 25. But more importantly, we saw the impact of this work. And by the way, I've just shown you 1% of the work we did. We had influencers, we did on-ground activities, people coming for matches. We would tell them, if you do a rendition of this spontaneously, you get free entry into this, and all that went viral. So, I mean, we had a lot of fun with it. And combination of all this, our brand equity measures shot up. Our business responded positively. So this is season time for us, and business responded very positively. So overall, all this worked amazingly. So, so that's a very quick snapshot. I was given 15 minutes, so I'm pretty particular about time. This was a snapshot of what we've done, and we'll continue on that journey. But I think it's important to give you guys a sense of what it takes to do something like this. I think the first thing is understanding your consumers' passion points and engaging with them in an earnest manner. Don't do lip service. Okay, so that's number one. I think culture, as we know, is constantly evolving. So how do you remain on top of culture? There are various ways you can do it. Today you have access to lots of social media and other tools. Having the right people in your team, having the right agencies, etc., and personally being passionate about it. So remaining close to culture is critical. But as culture evolves, you cannot lose sight of the DNA of your brand. I've been on this brand only 2.5 years. And over the course of the last 2.5 years, I've spent incredible amount of time, and I've made my team spend a lot of time connecting with people who made this brand. I've engaged with ex-CEOs, ex-marketing directors, ex-creative folks, research folks, apart from, of course, interacting very closely with consumers, so that I was, in my head, very clear on what is absolutely a no compromise when the brand comes, so that when we evolve it, we don't lose sight of it. So this is a very important balance, that you evolve with culture, but don't lose sight of what made this brand great. The P&G CEO, A.G. Lafley, used to say that execution is the only strategy consumers see. So, a lot of times we have great ideas, but the execution isn't there. And that is very, as I think as marketing people around here, make sure you spend the necessary amount of effort on execution in terms of creativity, agility, pushing boundaries. All that is really critical, because it all needs to come to life in a way which works for you and for your consumers. Of course, this is an obvious one, leverage the power of virality, because better ROI, but I think it's also much more effective, because organic stuff connects much more. And I think finally, being courageous, I cannot overemphasize the importance of this. We were uncomfortable and there was a lot of challenges around, should we give ooh la la to these artists? We lose the trademark, etc. All those kind of conversations. You need to kind of overcome all that. So finally, I think what I would say is, and this is something we say at Heineken, marketing is a combination of science, art, and courage. You need to exploit all three levers. You do that well, and then magic happens. So that's it from my side, wonderful to have spoken to you, and have a great rest of the day. Thank you.